I stand before you today to speak of a grave matter that has come to my attention recently. A matter which I know has been concerning Fae all over the country for quite some time. Of course, I am speaking about the lack of midnight amethyst stones in our great kingdom.
I fought the urge to arch a brow as I tore my gaze away from Roxy to look at my father. What the f was he talking about? Who gave a shit about midnight amethysts being hard to come by recently? I mean, yeah, there had been a bunch of stories about how the stones, which were the luckiest objects in Solaria, had been dwindling in numbers over the last 10 years or so, but I'd never really paid those stories much attention. Less powerful Fae relied on things like lucky stones to get them through life, but I preferred to chart my own path. Besides, it seemed fairly obvious to me that if enough people really believed that those rare stones might change their lives, then they'd be in high demand. Fae who owned them would be secretive about them and guard them carefully. Plus, they were damn rare in the first place.
It has come to my attention that a conspiracy has been taking place beneath our very noses.
Smoke slipped from Father's lips to showcase his dragon for the crowd and cameras watching him.
A group of Fae have been stealing these precious stones and hoarding them away to make sure that their kind are the only ones to benefit from owning them. This group of Fae are all of one specific order. A prey order. The kind to seem inconspicuous, innocent, harmless even. And yet many members of their kind, if not all members of their kind, have been quietly stealing these stones and using them to gain power and influence in their communities, while robbing hard-working, more powerful Fae of their rightful places above them.
I glanced beyond Roxy to Xavier, wondering if he had any idea what was happening here, because I was getting the horrible feeling that I might just know, and I really didn't want to be right. My brother's eyes widened a fraction, and he gave me the hint of a shrug as I turned my gaze back to watching my father as he riled up the crowd.
These Fae, no, these rats, have been working to gather midnight amethysts for years, slowly increasing their power and influence despite the fact that their very nature demands they stay at the bottom of the pecking order. And to prove to you that I am correct in this discovery, I have brought their leader here for you to see.
Father waved a hand towards a door at the far side of the balcony, and two of the palace guards dragged a terrified-looking Fae out to kneel before my father. His hair was ice white and his skin the color of paper, his features slightly pinched like a rodent's, and his gray suit disheveled. I would have guessed he was a few years older than me, but the cut of his suit looked expensive, and despite his clearly terrified expression, something about the way he was put together told me he was important.
I present to you Eugene Dipper, High Buck of the Solarian Mischief of Tiberian Rats, and the instigator behind this treachery to our nation.